Welcome to Sports Express with Spencer Davidson and Chelsea Sherrod. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Coming up aboard the Express, the Clinton Warriors girls hockey team hosts Alexandria Bay in Hockeyville, USA.
Plus, the Hamilton Continentals host NESCAC rival, the 13th nationally ranked Williams in men's ice hockey at Sage Rink.
But first, time for tonight's big game. We go to the Adirondack Bank Center as the Utica Comets were in action. Defenseman Oli Uelevi returns after missing the last few games with a hip injury. Zane McIntyre gets the starting goal as the team squares off with Chelsea's hometown, Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
Bridgeport. First period, 16 minutes in. If you blink, you're going to miss this one. Recibos with the shot from point right off the faceoff puts Utica up by 1.
Guillaume Brisebois with the goal there. That lead would last just 2.5 minutes because Matt Laredo slips one past McIntyre. From the slot, we'd be snake eyes heading into the locker room.
In the second, Comets find themselves down by a goal now. They're on a power play. Uelevi finds Jonah Gadjevich, who rockets a one-timer top shelf. Game back knotted up at 2.
Less than 8 minutes left in the frame. Tigers sustaining pressure. Lots of tired Comets on the ice, and Bridgeport capitalizes as Grant Hutton finishes it off on the backhand. Sound Tigers regain a 1-goal lead.
Before the end of the period, the Comets strike back. Justin Bailey with a burst of speed, able to wrist a shot inside the near post to tie it back up. Each team would score in the third, and we go all the way to a shootout in this one, where the Sound Tigers escape with a 5-4 win. The Comets are back at it tomorrow in Providence.
All right, hello everyone and welcome to Sports Express. Now, since the Sound Tigers are Chelsea's hometown team, we had a bet on who would win this one. Now I owe her a big Chicken Riggy's dinner.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. The winter sports are officially in full swing, with high school getting into full swing with everything this week. We'll stay on the ice with some college men's hockey from Hamilton Continentals. Hamilton fans and student body were out to see the Continentals in action on the ice as they hosted the number 13 ranked Williams tonight in a NESCAC conference matchup.
Hamilton coming into this one 2-4 on the season, and Chelsea, this was a competitive game from the start. Continentals came out strong defensively, protecting their house.
Right, especially from goalie Anthony Cherabassi, who had 16 saves for the night. Neither team would score in the first period, and the Continentals were much more aggressive offensively in the second, outshooting Williams 19-13 through 2 periods.
With less than 3 minutes left in the second period, senior defenseman Stephen Cochrane finds Sterling Bray on the wing, and he fires away. It's blocked, but Sean Allen is there for the rebound and score.
That was a nice one.
Yes.
That would be the only goal of the game. The Continentals upset number 13 Williams tonight 1-0. They're back in action tomorrow in another conference matchup against Middlebury at 3 p.m. Let's head over to some girls hockey, where the Clinton Warriors took on Alexandria Bay Lady Islanders tonight. 3 minutes to go in the second period. The Warriors were up 1 from a goal by junior Perry Kronk. Junior captain Mia Lapata centers it for Drew Kopek. Her shot is blocked, but Ariel Williamson said, "You know what, girl, I got you." Puts this one in off the rebound. The Warriors are now up 2-0.
Yeah, not even a minute later, Finley Davinian from the point takes a shot. It's stopped, gets kicked back out to her. She tries again, and that time it's good. Gets it to go to the back of the net, gives her team a 3-goal lead before the end of the period.
Alex Bay's goalie Jenna Christopher did a great job in goal as well. She had 46 saves tonight. Clinton's goalie Haley Millington had 14 saves tonight. And this game gave her her second shutout in a row.
All about good goaltending, right? Wasn't enough for her squad, though, in the Alexandria Bay category, because the Warriors topped the Lady Islanders 3-0. They're back in action on the road next Friday against the Ithaca Little Red in SUNY Cortland.
All right, on the boys' side, in Kennedy Arena, the site as the RFA Black Knights host the Ithaca Little Red in their home opener. Rome opened the season with a win at Whitesboro earlier this week.
First period, less than 5 minutes in, Knights get on the board. Joey Gulla, all alone in front, slips it in. Second straight game with a goal to open the year for the junior, 1-0.
Nice. And then later on in the frame, power play for RFA, Griffin Eichner goes back door to Jared Hussey, who buries a wrister. Black Knights are on top by 2.
Well, to the second, Ithaca gets one back. Thomas Koppelson with a wraparound. Sam Hines-Klempa there to jam home the rebound. It's back to a 1-goal game.
And with over 6 minutes to play, Quick touches up the ice. Jake Hall snapping it to the back of the net. Rome brought their lead back to 2. They'd end up winning by 3, 5-2. Black Knights the final.
All right. Well, that'll send us to the first intermission already here on Sports Express. Now, later in the show, we hear from Utica City FC, who returns home this weekend to host the Harrisburg Heat.
And up next, we move to the hardwood, where VBS hosted Notre Dame in girls basketball.
If you want to join the conversation on Twitter, use hashtag SportsExpress. This is Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Welcome back aboard the Express. Our trip around winter sports continues. We go from the ice to the hardwood with a couple of local high school basketball matchups for you.
And we'll start things out on the girls' side as VBS hosted Notre Dame in the Pit.
Season opener for the Red Devils here tonight. Second contest for the Jugglers, who dropped their opener earlier in the week.
Midway through the first, it's Notre Dame getting it done with the 3-ball. Isla Sejdik from deep gets it to go to put the Jugglers up by 4.
With seconds remaining in the opening frame, it's Haley Heffernan knocking it down from downtown. Notre Dame with a 15-9 lead.
And in the second, BVS makes a run of their own. Morgan Brewer drives and with a hook shot for 2. That's a nice one there.
Then later on, she'd show off her range with a triple. Brewer went off for a career-high 34 points for the Red Devils. They took a thriller 51-47 for Coach Randy Thomas's 100th career win.
Oh, nice. 100 win. That's a milestone.
Right?
Over in Holland Patton, it's the Golden Knight boys taking on the Utica Academy of Science Adams.
Second quarter here, UAS trails by 6. Wall Moktang with the steal at one end, goes coast to coast for the hoop and the harm. The freshman, impressive stuff there for the and one.
And to the third. Fast break for the Knights. Sweet dish from Deegan Thrasher to Nolan Alexander for the bank-in. It's a 3-point HP lead.
Well, the Adams start to heat up. Dequan Grant, the acrobatic layup, draws the contact, gets it to go, plus the foul. He led all scorers with 26 points tonight.
He earned that and one there.
For sure.
The Golden Knights not going away. Dylan Ernst for 3. Got it. And the whistle for the and one. 4-point opportunity for the 6'3 junior who led Holland Patton with 23 points.
UAS would pull away late. Grant can't get it to go, but Caden Hakeem Montero strong on the boards for the putback. The Adams take a tight one, 61-57 to open up their year at 2-0. And that sounds the horn on period number 2 for Sports Express. We're still not quite done yet, though.
Next up, we hear from Utica City FC, who looks to build off a big win last week as they return home this weekend to face Harrisburg.
For final scores and video highlights from tonight's games, log on to WKTV.com. This is Sports Express, brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby & Whitting and the law offices of Ricardo J. Morrow.
Welcome back aboard the Express. So Utica City FC is back in action on Sunday after a long week off. The team has won 2 out of 3 games, and it's still early in the season, but the team has received some accolades this week.
Yeah, exactly. First, Christian Segura, who was named Player of the Week for Week 1.
Yep.
And then Moises Gonzalez and Andrew Coughlin got MASL Team of the Week honors. Moises with Player of the Week, Coughlin with Goalkeeper of the Week.
Yeah. Now the team is fairly new to each other still, only a couple games in. They've brought in a lot of new additions since the start of the season. Their most recent being defender Anua Abasi, and they're trying to build chemistry with each other. So here's what the team had to say about the status of the program thus far.
No, I mean, I think the team's doing very well for where we are. You know, the guys are starting to come together, they're starting to gel. Clearly, there's things we need to work on and things that we need to clean up. But you know, for where we are relative to the season, I think we're in good shape so far.
I think we're still getting used to playing with each other. It was kind of evident in the first game. But the last couple of games, we've really started to get used to playing with each other and each other's tendencies. And training's been good. We've, we're a close-knit group, and I really like this team, and I think we have a lot of potential going forward.
UCFC is hosting an open practice tomorrow at the Adirondack Bank Center from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., where fans can watch the team prepare for their next game and meet players afterwards. Kickoff for UCFC's game on Sunday against the Harrisburg Heat is at 3 p.m.
I might go to that, the open practice. Well, both, but the open practice, get to
Yeah.
hang out with the players as they're just doing their thing.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing them in their element.
Exactly.
Outside of the game. I love that.
Plus, as of right now, they're training out in Syracuse for their practices, so you don't get to see them in that environment. Really
Right,
much.
exactly.
All right.
That should be a good one.
Right, for sure. All right, so as always, this is the first week of the winter sports season, first full week. So if you know of a high school athlete, though, from here on out who deserves to be Athlete of the Week, here's our contact info. Call, email, find us on social media. We would love to receive nominations, so send us who you would like to be nominated and why. All featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel. So, big game tomorrow coming up for the Comets as they look to bounce back, and then they're in your neck of the woods, Bridgeport, on Monday.
Yes, might have to take a trip with them.
All right, fair enough. Hey, we'll get the highlights, right?
Exactly.
All right, that'll do it for us here on Sports Express. We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.
See you guys.